The Loveless Church, Revelations chapter 2. For I know the things you do. I have seen your hard work and your patience endurance. I know you don't tolerate the evil people. You have examined the claims of those who say they are apostles and they are not. You have discovered they are liars. You have patiently suffered for me without giving up. But I have this complaint against you. You have forsaken your first love. Look how far you have fallen. Turn back to me and do the things you did at first. If you do not repent, I'll come and remove your lampstand from its place among the churches. But this is in your favor. You hate the evil deeds of Nicolaitans, just as I do. Ephesus Church was a major commercial religious center, just like Kampala. It housed the famous temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Artemis was a Greek name of the goddess who helped them as a protector and hunter. Spiritually, Ephesus was a stronghold of pagan worship and occult practices. In our city today, we have places that look like those places. They are spiritual strongholds, and churches don't thrive better in those places. Yet in Acts 19, Paul founded the church in Ephesus, gave it to his son Timothy to pastor it. There were many things to praise about this church. I know your works, your toil and your endurance. A church that cannot bear those who are evil. A discerning church that tests false prophets. A persevering church that never grows weary. A church that hates Nicolaitan works. If you walked into the church of Ephesus, you could see a pastor and his members working so hard to grow their church. Their pulpit is so protected from outsiders. But verse 4, but I have this against you. You have abandoned your first love. Remember therefore where you have fallen and repent and do the works you did at first. We can be so busy as a church, correct in theology, very structured in our services, but spiritually cold. Spiritual coldness is the gradual drift away from God. When devotion becomes a duty, what used to be passion becomes routine. People have activities but no affection, busy hands but an empty heart, doing for God but no longer being for God. Fire replaced perfectionism and intimacy with the routine. Nothing is more deceptive than a heart that still knows God but no longer loves Him deeply. This church is a church that has lost its first love. In verse 5, God's solution to us is simple. Remember therefore where you have fallen. He introduces to us 3 R's. Remember, repent, and return. Remember where you have fallen, where you have lost your hunger and passion for God. Repent, turn away from the distractions. Return, go back to the place of devotion. Revival is not found in new places, but in returning to old altars. Return to the secret place, to the heartfelt passion of worship. Return to the desperate prayers. Return to your sincere devotion. The fire of yesterday cannot sustain the altar of today. When you feel spiritually cold, bored by the church, it is not the end of you, but a warning to return. There is a warning to remove this church among those Christ influencers if they do not repent. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Thank you for listening. Patrick, Living Word Community.